Hi everybody. Hello on a Tuesday night. My name is Laura Rodrick. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in San Antonio, Texas. And I'm coming to you live on Facebook, or if you're watching on one of the replays, either on YouTube or my business Facebook page, thank you and welcome. I've got some fun fall cards tonight, so I'm excited to show you that. It's a very nice, beautiful night. Like I always say every week, we're fortunate to have such good weather. But it's a nice, pleasant night here. I hope y'all are having good weather. It's been a little bit cooler. It's almost been like, dare I say, fall in San Antonio. It's been not our normal. So it's been like, I don't know, maybe the high 80s, 88, 90, 91. But it feels cooler to us. And over the weekend it was breezy, so it really felt cooler then. Maybe it's just because we're used to those high temperatures. I'm not sure. But anyway, it gave me some fall vibes, so I'm excited. All right, well, again, thank you for joining me. We're going to do some fun projects tonight. Let's see. Every week I like to start off with a share contest and pull a winner. So this week, and let me explain, I call it a share contest, but it's also a comment contest, and I kind of switch back and forth between the two. So we've kind of been doing comments, and I just want to keep doing that. So last week, hi Lisa, how are you? Thanks for sharing. This week I'm giving away the iridescent foil gems. I showed these to you guys last week. These are really fun, and we're going to use them on one of our projects tonight. And all you have to do is comment on one of my Facebook pages or on YouTube, and you're entered in. And then I pull all the names and do a drawing and pick a winner. So this week's winner is Wendy Hollister. So Wendy, congratulations. Thank you for commenting. Please PM me or email me at sunshineandsparklesstamping@gmail.com with your address, and I will put these in the mail for you. I'm going to give away this week a package of Stampin' Blends, and these are crumb cake. Do you guys have a lot of the blends? These are really terrific. Crumb cake, that's a nice neutral fall color, so I thought that would be good. So again, all you have to do is comment. You'll be entered into the contest. So thank you all for commenting. Thank you to everybody who shares. I really appreciate it. It really helps me out. And I love spending time with you guys and hearing your comments. It's just awesome. Makes me feel happy, and I appreciate it so much. All right. Hi, Jolene. How are you? Okay, I'm going to flip my camera on. Now, you know, the past few videos I've been having trouble. And what happens is when I flip my camera around, it seems really far away. And when I zoom in, the zoom doesn't carry through. It's just on my phone only. So I spent some time last night kind of playing with it to see if I could get it to work. And I got it to work once out of like maybe 4 times. I was going live on Facebook for just myself. And maybe one time, but then the last time I did it, it was just normal. I didn't have to zoom or anything. It was back to normal. So I don't know. Throw me some good vibes right now. I'm just hoping that it'll go back to normal one time. I've researched everything. I've Googled everything. And because it went normal last night on the last one, I'm like, well, it's not in my settings. I've explored every setting on my phone. Anyway, fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. Let me flip us. All right. That already seems far away to me. But yes, far away. See? What is going on? And plus, you shouldn't be able to see my fingers like that either. Something is amiss. But let me try. See, right now it's zoomed in, but I don't think that's necessarily... Let me see if I can... Do you guys see it closer now that it's zoomed in, or is it still far away? I feel like it's still far away. Let me try moving it just a little bit and see if that helps. I don't want to mess with it too much because then I get into something that I can't get out of. Okay, well, that's what it is. We're just going to go with it. Someday, miraculously, I think it's going to go back to normal. We'll see. Okay, you guys, the mini catalog is out. I know everybody knows that now, right? So lots of fun things in the mini catalog. So many projects. I can't wait to play with so many different things. So that's super exciting. I want to show you guys a couple things before we get started on tonight's projects. First of all, there's 2 new kits coming out, okay? This is probably better far away so you can see the whole thing. One of the new kits is the Christmas Ornaments Kit. And this is pretty fun and it's pretty easy. So look at these. These pine cones are actually made out of plastic. And you do need a glue gun to put these together. But they're just these fun little ornaments. And there's 3 different ones. 2 are big and 1 is small. And here's the other big one. So I just put those together so you guys could kind of see what they look like. So those are fun. So that's one of the new kits that just came out. Let me show you the other one. The other one is, and I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's a card kit, and it comes with this beautiful box. And this box, I can't tell you how pretty it is. It's like some sort of blue, and it's got like Night of Navy foiled leaves on it, and it's just so pretty. It's easy to assemble and put together, and it's for holding cards, and it comes with these little dividers, and you can put the stickers on, so you can divide them up. And then it also comes with cards that you can make in this kit. So here's one of the cards, and these little sayings, this one says just because, and I made them just exactly like they were in the kit, just so you could see. This one says thinking of you, but you have other options too. Let me see if I can find that sheet really quick. If you wanted to do like happy birthday or, okay, this one is, hold on. I pulled one, but it's got the, all the not English version. So best wishes, just because, thinking of you, happy birthday, happy for you. So you have choices to make the card any kind of cards that you want, right? So that's fun. Or maybe it just makes one of each. I only did one of each card. Anyway, so I just want to show you, those are the 2 kits right now. So those are pretty fun. I think the kits are awesome because they're easy, they're inexpensive, and I like something that sometimes you're just, it's kind of mindless. You just follow the instructions and put it together. So that's super fun. Okay, so tonight's we're going to be using the Changing Leaves bundle, and this is out of the online exclusives. And I meant to check when I got home from work to see if the embossing folder was back in stock yet. It was supposed to come back the 9th, so I'm pretty sure it's going to come back this week. But I didn't have a chance to check after work. Hi, Sharon. Okay, so these are the cards we're going to make tonight. This one says a little note to brighten your day. I just got a little bit of a gold ribbon that looks like it got kind of smashed. After I make these cards, they get moved all over the place. A million times in different places. So anyway, we're going to do this one like that. We're going to do this thank you card. Who doesn't need a thank you card, right? We're going to do this one that says you are amazing in every single way. And I did not, when I was playing around, sometimes I just put a tiny little piece of sticky on the back because I haven't committed yet. So I have committed. I need to finish putting this all the way down. All right, and then how about these maple cream cookies, right? Would do this cute? Who wouldn't like to get this little gift? Autumn is the best. Now, I did steal that sentiment from a different kit. I took it from the kit that we used last week, but I'll show you as we go along with these. Okay, let me get out the things for our first card. So, I love fall leaves. We're not going to see fall leaves here till probably December, and there's not very many because mostly everything here is a live oak. And those don't lose their leaves or change color. But there's a couple trees interspersed here and there. So I will see a couple. And I'm going to be going to Chicago, so I plan to see plenty of beautiful leaves this year. So here is the stamp set. You've got these leaf images right here that you can stamp. And then when I first looked at this, I thought, I'm going to use a different stamp set because I want something to say happy birthday or something. But then when I looked at the die set, I was like, oh my gosh, look at these dies. I love these little dies, and they go around these sentiments perfectly. So I'm like, oh no, we have to play with that. I want these now with the dies. So we've got some leaf images, just some little things that we're going to embellish with. And then the star of this show is this embossing folder and the die that fits in here, right? So this clicks right in. You can see it's nice and stable in here. So it cuts out and embosses at the same time this beautiful leaf pattern. So we're going to use that, okay? Also for the first card, I use the perennial postage dies, and I feel like I'm using these more and more because it's a nice border die. So we're going to use that as well. Okay. Here are the pieces for our first kit. Okay, so our card base is going to be Cajun Craze, 8.5, 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm going to Very Vanilla. I kind of like that in fall. It kind of coordinates nicely with these colors. And these are kind of my go-to fall colors every year. So this is 5 1/4 by 4, Very Vanilla. That's going to go on the inside of the card. I have cut a piece of Mossy Meadow with that largest perennial postage die. Is it the largest one? Hold on. I don't want to lie. Let me see. Yes, it's the largest one. Okay. So that's going to be our first border that's going to go on the outside of our card. Next, we're going to take this right here, and this is a piece of Very Vanilla again. And let me see what size this is. 4 5/8 by 3 3/8. So that'll fit nicely and just leave our nice border showing. And then we're going to take this and we're going to run it through the embossing folder. Now, I ran it through without the dies. Take the dies out and just run it through. Just pick a spot on the embossing folder where, you know, wherever you think you like the design best, and just kind of place it. Like, I think this looks pretty good right here because I've kind of got some showing in all areas. Run it through your cut and emboss machine, and then it comes out perfectly embossed and really pretty. So you can see, I'm trying to hold it up close so you can actually see something tonight. Oh, Lisa, I'm sorry. Here's the host code. I have a habit of doing that. So look how pretty this is embossed. I think it's just lovely. So that's going to be one of our layers as well. Okay, so we've got those pieces. All right, now I've got some gold, and what I've done with that is taken some of the dies, and I did this one, that's the double. I cut out 2. So if you have this set, you're going to cut out 2 on the gold, and then one of these little frilly stem type things. All right, that's what you cut out of your gold pieces. And let me pull those out so we have those ready. So there's the 2 gold, and hold on, the other piece slid underneath something. Okay, and we've got this piece right here. All right, so we've got those pieces cut out of the gold. Next, we're going to need some leaves. All right, so what I'm putting in your kit, if you get the kit this week, is these are 5 1/2 by 5 1/2. Now you can put 6 by 6 in the embossing folder, but it leaves a lot of outside stuff, so I didn't want to waste paper. So it's 5 1/2 by 5 1/2. We've got Cajun Craze, Mossy Meadow, Pumpkin Pie. We're going to cut out 1 of each. All right, so all you're going to do, oops, here's a label, is line it up in your folder. And you'll feel it snap. When it snaps in, you're good, okay? Put your paper in there, and you want to make sure you're covering all the leaves, and you can see all this extra around the edge. Fold it up and put it through your die cutting machine. And then you're going to get 3 leaf images, this big one, this kind of maple looking leaf, and then this one right here. So do that for all 3 pieces. So you're going to get leaves embossed and cut out in 3 different colors. Now you're going to have extra. You're not going to use all of them, but you know, you can make another card with it and have extra pieces. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, so for this card, we're going to use this one in the Cajun Craze. I did this one in the Mossy Meadow, and I took this one as kind of the maple leaf. All right. This is going to be for our sentiment. We're going to stamp that right there. And on the inside, we're going to take a couple more of the leaves and just put them on the inside. And we're going to cut off one of these to put the gold. All right. So here's for the inside. This time, of that set of 3, I took this one and this one for the inside. Okay. So I think we've pretty much got all of our pieces. Let me move a couple things out of the way before they get lost. Now, I had another thought. This is really pretty the way it is, I think. But, and if you look up close, you can see the embossing and how pretty all the embossing is. And maybe it's enough. Maybe it's busy enough. But I also took a little bit of, I played with this actually this morning before work. And I took a little bit of Versamark and just used a little sponge dauber. I have one that's marked Versamark that I use for that. And I just kind of, you know, put some Versamark around the edge and a little bit in some little areas of the leaf. And I did it, gold embossed it with gold embossed powder, right? So if you wanted to, you could add this to it too and have even a little bit more of a gold accent. If you want to do one, if you want to do all two, maybe that's too much gold, you just want to do it like that. Or you just want to do these, whatever. So I just wanted to show you another thing you could do with that. Or if you wanted to add a little bit of extra color to those, you could sponge dauber some color on too. So we're not going to do it. We'll just do it the way it is. But I just wanted to show you that that's an alternative if you want to kind of zhuzh yours up a little bit. Okay. All right. Let's start putting some things together. Let's stamp. So we've got Cajun Craze, and it's going to say a little note to brighten your day. And I don't know why I'm so in love with this label right now. I mean, it's just kind of an oval long label, but I just like the way it looks. So Cajun Craze, let me try. I know I'm obsessive about lining it up. For some reason, I feel like that helps me. Okay, there's our sentiment. All right, let's do some assembly. Now let me just look and see, did I pop anything up? Not until I got to the green. Okay, so the first layers are not popped up. All right, so let's just start laying down layers. Is everybody having a good week this week? Tell me, how's your week going? Anything going on? My week's been kind of boring, which, you know, that's okay. That means nothing major happened, so it's all good. All right, let me put this embossed layer onto, I'm going to add a little bit extra because it's embossed, to our perennial postage layer. I just love the look of this. I think it's pretty. Just by itself, just like that, it looks really pretty. Okay, we're going to put that on. You can pop this up if you want to. I didn't, but you could. Now we've kind of got the base for all our parts of the card. So that's good right there. Okay, we're going to take this leaf and put that down next. And I'm just going to use a little bit of seal because it's easy. And I kind of want to place this right like this. Okay, now we'll start popping up a few things. So we're going to put some dimensionals on this one. Hi, Donna. Okay, hi, Roz. Good to see everybody. All right, this one's just going to go right like that, popped up. Now I'm going to put this one, and I want to pop it up, but not right here. So let me just put some dimensionals over here and here. And we'll just add a little bit of seal so it sticks to the other leaf. And we'll put that maybe right about here. I think that looks good. Okay, so that's our kind of our base. Now let's start putting in some gold. And like I said, I wanted to cut off one of these, and I'll save that for the inside. So I've just got that. I'm going to use some glue dots to put these gold on because I want them to kind of stick up a little bit. So let me put it right here. What have you guys been playing with? The Christmas, Halloween, are you on fall, just regular birthday? What kind of stuff are you guys making right now? I'm just a little overwhelmed because I just want to play with all of it right now. That's all I want to do is play with all of it. I want to get into the Christmas, even though it's not Christmas yet. All right, let me just kind of curl this up a little bit. Make sure my glue dot's not showing. And then we'll take the other one. It's kind of getting in the way of my... my dimensionals are kind of getting in the way of tucking this back, but I think it's fine. So let me get a couple of glue dots here. I've had my bins out for over a week now to try and decorate for fall and Halloween, and I have been so busy I haven't had time to take anything out of the bins. So, but fall is my favorite time because I love the colors. These are absolutely my favorite colors are fall colors. Okay, it's a little bit different than the first card we did. They're angled a little bit differently, but that's fine. Now I'm going to take this piece right here, and I'm actually just going to put some glue on the back. I should have put a sticker sheet. I think I say that every week. What I should have done All right, I'm just trying to get my glue going and get a little baby wipe. But my husband did put some of the outside fall stuff up this week, so that looks really nice. Not too much, just a little bit by the front door. You know, the wreath and the, what do you call them? With the flowers, like the urns with the flowers, the fall flowers by the front door, and it's got some pumpkins in it and stuff. It looks cute. This is going to go straight here. Okay, now, kind of created a little bit of mess at the bottom here. So I'm just going to take some scissors and just cut this off because I don't want all this to show, right? I want to just put my sentiment right there. And so my sentiment's just going to go across here. And I want to strategically place a few little dimensionals because I definitely want it to be popped up. So for sure, I can put one here. And let me put a couple small ones in here too. And I really would like something more over here. We'll see if that's going to show or not. Come on, stay. Ugh. That one just ended up on something. Okay. And like this. And then just, I'm going to add a little bit of seal to this too, just so everything sticks where it's supposed to stick. All right, so right like that. I think that looks pretty good. And then let's take some ribbon. Uh-oh, where's my ribbon? Hold, please. I must find, I wonder if I used the rest of my gold ribbon. Hold on, I gotta go across and get a new one. Okay. I must have used the last of it and didn't replace it. We're just gonna do a bow, plain and simple. This is that gold and silver trim that's also an online exclusive that I use quite frequently because they're really sparkly and beautiful and skinny. Sometimes you just don't have room for a great big bow. I mean, I really love that fat vanilla ribbon. The satin one is really beautiful, but there's no room on this card for that. So I needed something kind of skinny. All right, I think we finally got our bow together here. Whoops, need my ribbon scissors. Okay, put that over there, get another glue dot. We'll put that right underneath here. Okay, let's finish the inside and then we'll put some embellishments on the outside. So what's left are just these pieces right here, and I want everything flat so our card closes okay. So I'm just going to put everything down with seal. So I can put this here. That just barely fits on the edge. Let's glue dot this. And then we'll put the last piece down. And then if we need to cut anything off, which it looks like we will, we'll just cut it like right like this. Okay. All right, so there's the outside, there's the inside, and I thought would be really pretty on this is these beautiful adhesive backed metallic gems. So these are really pretty. I just used 3 of the small ones in gold, and it looks like these come in like copper, silver, and gold, I think are the 3 colors. So since we're using gold, we're going to stick with the gold. Let me find some here. And we'll just kind of put them in between the leaves. And I think they're just really pretty, and they just add that little bit of something extra to the card. All right, you guys, that's it. That's our first card. Pretty easy, right? Pretty easy. I can curl these a little bit more. I would like to get that card, I think. I think it's very pretty. Okay, let's do the next one. So the next one, I thought, all right, let's bring in some of that Country Woods Designer Series paper and make it kind of a little bit more rustic. And then I wanted to use the stamps this time to actually stamp the leaves. So I did stamp them. So this is our card here, and I just used a little bit of Designer Series paper on the inside. All right, and again with the Very Vanilla. So let me get out our pieces. The other thing I added was, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the comments now. I want to see what you guys are all working on. So Jolene says Halloween. Donna says working on her 12 days of party planning projects. That's awesome. And Roz says she's been playing with the potions and spells, Christmas friends, and trying to keep up with birthdays. And she has a fall class coming up in a few weeks. So how fun is that? You guys have been busy. I use this, and this is from the Spotlight on Nature. So I just use this to die cut the Cajun Craze. Now, if you guys get the kit, you know that anything not included in the bundle, the Changing Leaves bundle, like for example, this die, I will cut out for you. So you'll get that already cut out, so you don't have to have a gazillion die sets going, right? Okay, so here's our pieces for this one. All right. So this is our piece that we're going to end up die cutting those leaves out of and stamping. This is our card base. Now they don't make the, what do you call it? Thick Very Vanilla anymore. So you can use regular Very Vanilla, and that's what I do with the card base, standard card base, 8.5, 5.5, square to 4 1/4. I also, for a little bit of reinforcement on the inside, I have another piece of 5 1/4 by 4. And this is just, again, Very Vanilla. And we're just going to add an extra layer in there because I think it looks more finished that way. And I think it looks really pretty. I always like a second layer. And then, again, the Country Woods DSP, we're just going to put this across the bottom. So let's just finish off the inside. If we can get one thing done, let's get it done, right? And then you could do any kind of sentiment you want on the inside. So this one I'm making a thank you card. And this little piece is 3/4 by 4. So there's our inside all finished. Now, layers on the outside. I've got Mossy Meadow, 5 1/4 by 4. That'll be this layer right here. And then this is that Country Woods DSP paper. And this is 5 by 3 3/4. So let's put those pieces together. Now we've got a nice, pretty background. Uh-oh. I hope I'm not running out. All right, there we go. We've got our base all set to go. So we're going to start building. We'll build on this before we put it onto our card right here. In the meantime, we have some stamping to do. So we have this little die cut that's also from the Changing Leaves set, and we're just going to stamp thank you in Mossy Meadow. Love stamping on a circle because you can't get it wrong, right? All right, there we go. There's our thank you. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this. You can either die cut, and you don't want to use the embossing folder for this. So you can either die cut this out first, okay? And this is 5 1/2 by 5 1/2 again, and then stamp on the die cut pieces. Or you can do it the hard way, and that's the way I like to do it, is the hard way. And we are going to stamp and then die cut each one individually. So I'm going to get this all inked up right here. I feel like at this point, all my stamp pads need to be re-inked because I just use the heck out of them and never re-ink them. I don't have time for that. Who has time to re-ink? Okay, pretty, right? So we've got that one. The next one I'm going to do in Crushed Curry. And that's going to be this image right here. Sorry, my stamp, my blocks are a mess. And let's see, I think I can put this one right here. Now, if you have trouble with the images stamping, I feel like I have a little bit of cushion on this mat. It's not much of a cushion, but it's not like the hard wood that's underneath. But you can always use one of these little foam mats that Stampin' Up! Makes, and you can do your image on here. So let's try that for this one. And you have a little bit more of a cushion. It seems to come out a little bit better. So Cajun Craze again, and this time we're going to stamp the maple leaf. We've got plenty of room here. Okay. I don't know, I can't tell much of a difference when I do it with the mat or without, and maybe it's because my surface has just a little bit of give to it. Okay, then what I do is I cut these into pieces, just like this. Again, doing it the hard way. And then I'm just gonna run these through individually in the die cut machine. Just line them up and put them through. It's not that hard, it's just 3 separate cuts, right? So here's one, you can see how that lines up. Just send it through and then do the same thing with the other 2. And we're gonna end up getting these pieces die cut. So here's our 3 die cut pieces, okay? Easy breezy. All right, hold on one second. I need a drink of water. Okay, so let's start building our card on here. And I'm gonna start with this flat. You can see when I was doing this and putting this together, I wasn't happy with the way it came out, so I flipped over my sheet and re-stamped it on the other side. All right, I love this Cajun Craze circle. I think it's so pretty. And I'm gonna have it come off the circle just a little bit, just because I like the look of that. And then I'm gonna do the same here with our crushed curry leaves, like that. All right, and then let's pop up this last one. If I can find where I put my dimensionals. Here we go. I'm full of ink. I was looking for the perfect ribbon for this, and I don't think I really found it. Okay, so that's popped up like that. Again, I'm going to cut off some of the mess at the bottom, just like that. All right. Now, we're going to take this and pop it up. Before we do that, I'm going to add some adhesive to the back, and we're going to take some ribbon. And I'm using the Pecan Pie Center Striped ribbon from, again, another online exclusive. And I think this coordinates really nicely. It's a really pretty ribbon. But I really would have preferred something to be like Mossy Meadow. I'd like to have ribbons in every color. Would that be too spoiled? I don't know. So basically, I'm just gonna set this, on here. Where's my thank you? Let me put this right side up. So it's kind of coming, well, actually it's gonna flip, so I want it off this side. So I'm just gonna do a loop, just like that. All right, and then where's my scissors? I just want to trim it. I feel like this ribbon gets a little fuzzy at the bottom, so I'm tempted to take a little nail polish, clear nail polish, just to put it along the edges so that it doesn't fray at all. Okay, so we've got that, but don't you think, wouldn't it be nice to have a Mossy Meadow ribbon? I mean, this ribbon's pretty. I like it too, I'm not gonna lie, but. All right, dimensionals. Now, how are we gonna put this? I'm gonna have it down here, so I think I can just go ahead and put dimensionals wherever I want. So just like that. All right, now we're gonna put dimensionals on the back of this and pop it up onto our card. One more for good luck. It's quiet in here. I don't know what's going on. Everybody's quiet. The husband, the dogs, nobody's making any noise. Okay, so this is just going to go right here. I want it just a little bit curved, but I kind of want my thank you straight. So I think just like that. All right. Easy, right? And we already did the inside. Now the other embellishment we're going to use, have you guys used these embellishments yet? Because these are really, really pretty. So this is pecan pie and clear ribboned adhesive back dots. And I'm going to bring these a little bit closer. I don't know if you can see these, but they have like the little, this has like almost like a little black ribbon pattern running through it. And they're very shiny and pretty. So I'm using some of the pecan pie ones because I think that was a good choice for with the wood background. So let me get one of these. It looks like they come in 2 different sizes. But I guess you can't underestimate the shine on these. They're just really beautiful. All right, you guys, that's it. We whipped through the second card pretty fast, right? We used our stamps and dies in a different way for this one. So I hope you guys like this card. I think it's a good, nice fall thank you card for someone. Okay. Oh, thanks for the hearts and the thumbs up, you guys. I appreciate it so much. All right, you guys. So now we're doing things just a little bit differently again. And like I said, since I've committed to this, let me fully commit and put this down where it's supposed to be on the inside. So we used this card layout was it a few weeks ago? Well, it was more than a few weeks ago. I'm trying to see if I have that card handy. Here it is. And I thought it was really good. This is when we did that golden greenery, and I used this card layout right here, which I thought this was a really pretty card, and I like this layout. So that's kind of where I got the layout for this card. So, and I wanted to use some more of that Country Woods DSP and then pick up some of the colors in the Country Woods DSP to try something a little different, you know, apart from my Cajun Craze and Crushed Curry and Mossy Meadow colors, and, you know, try something different. So that's what we've got here. All right, let's start getting this one together. Now, here's our pieces. Okay, so this time our card base, we're kind of starting off with our standard card base, right? This is Misty, no, it's not Misty Meadow, it's Misty Moonlight. I was combining 2 different ones, right? This is Misty Moonlight, okay? And so you can either cut it 8.5 and by 5.5 and score it 4 1/4 and then cut an inch off, or just do 7.5 by 5.5 and still score it a 4 1/4 this way. In any case, you're flipping over your card and you have a 1 inch cut off over on this side, right? So that's going to be what the card base looks like. Then we're going to have some other layers. So on the inside, this layer right here, we're just going to do 5 1/4 by 4 of the crumb cake. So that's going to go right here. Next, we're going to use some DSP layers. Okay, so I've got this one right here. And again, this is from the Country Woods. And this one right here is 5 1/4 by 3 inches. So it's 3 inches wide. And it's 5 1/4, so it's going to fit on here just perfectly like that. And you can see the opposite side, what it looks like with that kind of crackled blue wood, which is also very pretty. Sometimes it's hard to decide with all the pretty patterns we have to choose from, right? So I did a strip from the inside, so you can see that when I cut it, this is the other 3/4 of an inch. It is 3/4, right? No, it's a full inch. This is a full inch. So you can see where I cut it off here. But then when I put it in, I thought, with the 2, I don't really like it. So I flipped it over, and I'm just using this one on the inside. So I'm using the other side. And I'm just putting it over here. And that's all we're doing to the inside. Unless you want to stamp something else in there. So we've kind of got our base going here. All right, now we've got 2 pieces. And again, we've got Misty Moonlight. And this time, this one is 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. And that's going to go right here. And then we have another piece of crumb cake that's going to go in 1/2. And this is 4 1/4 by 3. All right. And that's kind of what we're going to build our leaves on this time, is this piece right here. Okay, so let me put this aside for right now, and we'll do this piece right here. So, time to do some stamping, right? We have another one of the labels, again, in Misty Moonlight. And I've got some pieces. So I've got a bigger piece of Misty Moonlight, and this one is, let me see, hold on, 4x4, okay? And then I have a piece of Pecan Pie, a piece of Night of Navy, a piece of Crumb Cake, and a piece of Pool Party, all right? So these three we're gonna stamp on. 1, 2, 3, we're gonna stamp the leaves in another different way than we did before. These are gonna be for cutting out. So let me show you which pieces we're gonna use. Again, for this Night of Navy, you're going to take 2 of these. I don't even know what to call these. They almost look like little stamens or something. I don't know. Take 2 of these and cut those out of Night of Navy. Let me pull those over. So you have that die cut. Okay, that's for that piece. And then the Pecan Pie, we want one of these double leaves again. So let's pull that and we'll die cut that. Okay, so that's this piece right here. Okay, now we're going to do some stamping again. And again, I did them individually. So we're going to stamp and die cut. Now this time we're stamping, but we're doing on color instead of on the very vanilla. So we get another completely different look that way. Oh, okay. Ross says the suede ribbon we had, espresso, a while back would be nice too. You are correct. Yes. I hardly used that ribbon. I wish I would have used that more while we still had it. That was very pretty. That would be perfect. I'm sure I still have some that I haven't used. Okay. So now I'm just doing Misty Moonlight on Misty Moonlight. And on my fingers as well. All right, I want to make sure this is a good image. Okay, isn't that pretty? Look how pretty that is. I just love that. I think it's so pretty. Okay, that's number 1. Pool Party on Pool Party is number 2. Let me clean off that one because I have the crushed curry ink on there. This one's a little more subtle, but it looks good. See how that came out? All right, one more. Now, instead of Crumb Cake on Crumb Cake, this time I took Pecan Pie and just stamped it on the piece of Crumb Cake. Very pretty. I think I saw somebody online who had stamped this and then colored in almost like stained glass, pretty different colors on this one. And I thought that looked really pretty too. So those are our 3 pieces. Then take your dies, just like before, and die cut each of them out. So here are our finished die cut pieces. All right, so we've almost got all our pieces. All we have to do now is just stamp on here. Is that right side up? Yes. All right, and we're gonna do Misty Moonlight again, and it's gonna say, "You are amazing in every single way." Don't you love that sentiment? Who do you know that needs a card like that, right? Okay. All right, let's put some stuff together. Okay, so we're gonna start with this big piece here. That's going to be kind of our background, and it's going to fill most of it up here. Hold on, I need to wipe off my fingers because I'm kind of inky. Okay, let's do this one next. Our little piece of Pool Party. I don't know, what do you guys think of these weird color leaves, right? You're not going to see these on the ground. but I kind of like the way they coordinate with the other colors of the DSP. They're a little bit out there. Not your normal fall leaf color. All right, glue dot. But we don't have to do everything in exactly the nature colors, right? Although usually I'm kind of, I like things to be more realistic, but I'm gonna just try something different tonight. All right, that's that layer right there. Let's put these on as well, and then we'll put our last leaf on. Again, I'm just using glue dots. No one's gonna see it under here, and then they kind of stick up, which I really love the look of that when they're kind of, oops, hold on, I lost my glue dot. Where they stick up a little bit. I think that looks pretty. Let's actually curve these up just a tiny bit and put our last one on. All right, next week, you guys, I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna be on next week. I've got, you know, because I work full time, I do most of my work for the classes and stuff like that on the weekend. And I've got something going Saturday, so I'm not sure yet if I'm going to have enough time to put a card glass together for next week. And plus, anybody who orders this class, I'm going to have to cut it on Sunday. So we'll see how things go. You never know. Sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes things come together and sometimes they don't. So it's just going to kind of wait and see. All right, this one, let's pop up. I'm hoping to, because I feel like I have so many classes I want to do, right? I almost feel like I want to do another fall one and then another Halloween one and then just get full on into Christmas stuff. Has anybody played with the new scrapbooking stuff? I want to show you guys at the end of the video some of the things that I got in for scrapbooking. So if you're interested in that, stick around after we're done making the cards and you can kind of see some of the scrapbooking things, which are pretty fun. I haven't put them together yet, but I have good intentions. All right, let's cut these off. Right. Okay, that looks pretty, right? What do you guys think? Is that nice? All right, so we're going to do this, but before we do that, let's do a little bit of a linen thread bow. And then we'll put the sentiment over. I couldn't quite figure this out because I was like, well, I want the bow and I like the linen thread, but I didn't want it to cover the word, so I kind of put it behind. So we'll see. You guys can tell me if you like that or if you think it looks not so great. All right, my watch is telling me I need to stand up. I don't think so. What time is it? I haven't been sitting that long. Uh-oh, I might have cut this too short. Hold on, do over. I'll use that one for a single bow. Let me make sure. So I'm just doubling this up. I love linen thread. I don't think to use it often enough because I also love ribbon. So it's just doubled up. So I'm just tying a double bow. And then we'll kind of get it. I kind of want it to be a little bit of a big bow. And let me kind of separate these just a little bit. And then get a glue dot and we're just going to attach them down. And we're going to put this right on our leaf right about here. All right, now I got a little bit wild, so let's cut off a little bit of this right here. I can always trim it a little bit more later. All right, now let's put our sentiment down and we're just going to pop this up. And I'm just going to put dimensionals on either side here. And then we'll put some adhesive in the middle. And hope everything sticks where it's supposed to stick. All right, whoa, that is so not even close to being straight. Let's try that again. It's probably because I don't have like my little cluster straight on here centered, so it's throwing me off a little bit. That's my excuse. All right, so these kind of hang off the bottom, which I think is fine. I don't think that's a problem. Let me tuck this one underneath so it's coming off of there too if I can. Let's see, will that go through? No, it won't. So hold on, let me lift this up a little bit before it gets too stuck down. And you go over there where you're supposed to go. Okay, and let's just cut this piece off a little. I guess you could just cut the ends off completely if you wanted to. Okay, let's put this on. We're not going to pop it up. We're just going to glue it. So let me just add some adhesive right here and here. And then I kind of want this centered on the whole card, like that. Okay, and we've already done the inside, so the only thing left is to put some dots. And what I talked about at the beginning when we were giving away those dots are these iridescent foil gems. How pretty are these? Can you guys see how gorgeous they are? It's got the iridescent foil inside a clear gem, and they're just really, really beautiful. And I think they look nice on this card with the crumb cake in the background. They look spectacular. You probably can't tell, especially being so far away, right? But I'll hold it up a little bit closer. Right there. Okay. Whoa, hold on. Okay, so can you see how pretty those iridescent foil gems are? I think they're just really pretty with the crumb cake. Okay, you guys, we did it. That's card number 3, all done. Let me curl this up a little bit. I kind of want those to stick up a little. Okay, there we go. I hope you guys like those cards. Jolene, she says she loves the stamp sets that you've seen from the scrapbook products. Yes, and I'm going to show those to you guys. Oh, thanks for the hearts. I'll show you I have the stamp sets. So I want to show you those too as soon as we're done making the cards here. They're awesome. All right, Jolene, thank you. Okay, you guys, so I was trying to think. I was only going to do 3 projects this week. They were just all cards, and I was like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I like a 3D. I like a treat. It's always nice to give people. Hold on one second. I need a drink. A little sip of water. So I came up with this. So these, have you guys tried these cookies? These are really delicious. So let me show you what they are. Central Market, our grocery store, H-E-B, that's Central Market is a brand of theirs, and they're maple cream sandwich cookies, and they're really good. But I've seen these on Amazon, like in 3 other different brands. So you can get these on Amazon if you like these cookies, or put any other fall treat in there. But I just thought these little cookies are kind of perfect for this. And this is a really easy project to do and kind of fun to give away, right? So the only other thing I used for this project is, again, when I said I used the sentiment from last week from the More Than Autumn set, and I used the stamps Autumn is the best right here. You don't have to use that if you don't have that set. I just thought, well, we just used it last week. Maybe you guys already have that set. And I just thought it was a nice sentiment for here. All right, so let's get our pieces out. Oh, thank you, Roz. All right, so this is simple, not a whole lot of pieces here. So we're starting with Cajun Craze, and we're just going to have this be kind of our base and fold it in half. And so this piece is 6 inches by 4 3/4, and then we're going to score it at 3 inches down the middle. So it's just going to fold over this, and it's going to fold over our bag, which our bag right here, we're going to end up actually cutting off. So you can do this 2 ways. You can cut it off, or you can use the glue and push it down a little. I just don't want any of it to show. So, but I'm thinking maybe it'd be a little bit fresher if we kept the seal on rather than just folding it over. So let's just start by doing this, and then we'll build the rest. Okay. So let me get out a couple of the cookies. Ooh, the frosting has made a little bit of a mess in here. But let me see if I can drop a couple of cookies in without getting it too messed up. And 2 cookies. So this is our medium clear envelope from Stampin' Up. And you can see 2 cookies fits in here perfectly. Try not to break them. All right, so let me just take off the adhesive and fold it over. And I think that'll work just fine. All right, so I've got it like that. Then I'm just gonna put the base on like this, and we're gonna staple it. Now I wanna staple this first. There's just a little bit of frosting in there. We wanna staple it first because then we're gonna put something over it that'll hide the staples. And I'm actually gonna staple it from the back because, you know, only because I'd rather have this, it's gonna show on the back. And I'd rather have the straight part show than these two blippy things, right? So let me make sure that's straight. Okay, and that's stapled and ready to go. All right, now we're gonna build the rest. So we have a layer of Mossy Meadow cardstock, and this is 4.5 by 2 3/4. We're gonna take it and use our embossing folder again. Line it up wherever you think you would like your embossing to be on your Mossy Meadow and run it through the machine. And this is how it comes out. Really pretty. So that's going to be our layer here that we're going to build everything on. Let me just trim this up a little bit. A little bit of fuzzy. All right, so we've got that layer ready to go. All right, next we're gonna do some die cutting, right? So I have this right here, and this is from hold on, give me a minute to think of the name of it. I didn't pull it out to show you guys. It's the hold on, don't tell me. Okay, tell me, what's it called? This die set. Oh wait, here it is right here behind me. Drew a blank for a minute. Nested Essentials dies. You could see it's the second from the smallest right here. All right, I'll die cut that for you in your kit. So we're gonna do our stamping on this. These 3 pieces right here are for die cutting. This one right here, the Cajun Craze, we're gonna do this double leaf again. We're gonna do this one here in the crushed curry. And then we're gonna do this little one that we haven't used yet in the Mossy Meadow. So here's the pieces for that. So we've got this one, and this one. Okay, that's what we've done with these 3 pieces that I'll give you in your kit. Okay, this one we're gonna stamp again, and we're gonna do pumpkin pie on pumpkin pie. So let me clean my stamp one more time. All right, pumpkin pie. Now let me get something underneath because this is going to be bigger than the piece of cardstock, because we're only using the top part of this. We're not using the whole thing. All right, so I only need the top part. All right. Also looks pretty pumpkin pie on pumpkin pie, right? Isn't that pretty? Okay, so I've die cut that with our dies again. And we're going to cut this down because we don't need the whole thing on here. So I'm just going to cut this right now. And we just need this piece right here. Okay. All right, let's do our Autumn is the Best. We're going to do this in Cajun Craze. And I want to do it all the way. So I've taken those 2 stamps and put them together on one block. And then I'm going to do it all the way to this side, like that. And then we can layer our leaves. So let's put this down first. And how do I want this? I don't think it matters, but I think I'm going to put it this way. All right, so this is going to kind of go in the middle, maybe a little bit higher. Just like this, just flat. We're going to take this one and add some seal, the same way we've been doing. And put it right here. All right. Let's get another glue dot for this piece right here. 2 glue dots, I think. We'll put one here. Whoa, or not. Get one more. Whoa, 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 whoa. They're very delicate. All right, like that. And we can curl these up a little bit if we like. I'm going to glue this again. You know what, let's put this one on first. And this is pretty small, so we're going to get out the glue for this. Right there. And then last piece, like right here. All right. I have a couple things to show you guys after we finish this project. So we'll go through that kind of quickly. Okay, let us cut this off right here. We can put this whole thing down on our little package that we have put together and center it right like that. Okay, and you can see it covered up those staples nicely. We're going to add a bow. We're going to use that same ribbon that we used before with the pecan pie stripe. This ribbon kind of reminds me of like a nice warm blanket, right? A nice warm fall blanket. Okay. There we go. Because there's just so much going on, I feel like there's a lot of textures and stuff. I didn't use any embellishments on this. I really didn't think that it needed it. But there's our cute little cookie treat. All right, that's it. So let's take a look at our projects again. Let's bring them back in. I've got a little bit of a mess going here. Okay, so here's our cards that we did. We did a little note to brighten your day. We did this one with kind of the wood look background, a nice thank you card. We did this one right here where we kind of went rogue with our colors. And then we have our little cookie treat right here. I hope you guys like these projects. If you would like the measurement sheet for the projects, you can email me at sunshineandsparklesstamping@gmail.com. Or if you're on my email list, this will go out in tomorrow morning's email, so you'll have it attached to your email. And this is what the project measurement and supply sheet looks like. It's got all the measurements for all the different things that we've made. You guys, today is the last day to sign up for the Autumn Abundance Paper Pumpkin. And then you guys, starting tomorrow through October 10th, you can get 40% off your first month when you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. And look at this next one that's coming up. It looks like that nested winter, whatever that one is, that it coordinates with this. So I think this is going to be a really fun, pretty set for Paper Pumpkin. 40% off your first month. That's a great deal if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. So that sounds awesome. Here's the code. It's holiday40 at paperpumpkin.com. So that's fun if you want to do that. Don't forget to sign up free for World Card Making Day on October 5th. All right. Let me show you a couple things. Here's some of the scrapbooking kits, and I got a few of them. This one is Autumn to Remember, and I'm just going to open it up to show you kind of what's in a kit. But I also got this one, which is Halloween Memories, which is fun and beautiful, and the Reindeer Memories, and then I have the Snow Globe one coming still. So let me just open one up and show you kind of what's in here. First off, I want to say that their instructions are awesome. They give you this already printed out in your kit, and it has all the measurements for the different designs if you want to make everything, these 6 layouts, the way that they have them. It shows you what papers to use, how to cut them, super easy instructions, and then it shows you the actual layouts, how to assemble them with all the pieces. So this is the fall one. That's pretty fun. And so it also comes with this. Look at this. This is like a wood grain, what do you call these little die cuts? So that's fun. You have these photo placeholders so you can kind of plan where you're going to put photos as you're making your layout. And then you've got, look at these beautiful pieces that you can punch out. So lots of that to embellish your pages with. And then you get a decent amount of cardstock. So this cardstock is really awesome. Okay. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it so much. So in the different colors, and then there's some pattern paper. Look how cute this is with the little woodland creatures and the little leaves and trees on the back. Just really fun autumn papers. So, and of course my favorite colors that we just used for fall, right? So you got some Cajun Craze, some wood look, some stripe, just so much fun. I can't wait to start putting this together. And I do want to mention the stamp sets because I think Jolene, you're the one who said the stamp sets are pretty awesome because they've got great big stamps. So for the autumn greeting, the autumn to remember, look at these beautiful stamps. Crisp autumn days, blessings, September to remember. These are really fun. And the trees that kind of match that DSP. So these are big. Look how big these are. And you want them big on a big scrapbook page, right? You don't want little ones, but you could also use them for cards. So this one is for the reindeer memories. This is the Halloween memories. These are awesome. I love the October 31st, spooky fun, wickedly good times. These are awesome. Trick or treat. These are perfect. Great big stamps. And then Snow Day, that's the kit that's still coming for me, but there's some of the stamps for that one too. So I'm excited to do this. I always say, all right, I'm just going to make them the way they are and try it. But then, you know, in the middle of it, I'm always like, oh, I think I'm going to do this instead. So we'll see how that goes. But you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it so much. You guys have a great week. And we'll see. Maybe I'll see you next week. If not, for sure the week after. All right, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Bye.